I'm T. Waldron, and this is my cat Pumpkin. Hi, Pumpkin. Thanks for joining us. She said you're welcome. So I hope you're having a great Friday. It's hard to believe the week went so fast, but it's good. It's good. We finally, some of the snow is melting, and we're supposed to get another storm next week, but I'm not going to believe it till I see it. So, yeah, let's do some deep breathing, and then I'm going to read to you from this book, Beyond the Secret, the definitive unauthorized guide to the secret. Because, again, I'm cleaning through my books, and I want to decide which ones to keep and which ones not to keep. Hey, Dustin, welcome back. Hi, Kevin. Good to see you. And this is some tea. This is some green tea with kombucha. Cheers. Oh, that's good. I don't usually like kombucha, but it doesn't taste too vinegary. It just tastes good. So I hope you're staying warm today on this cold February day. Let's do some deep breathing. So if you can, get comfortable in your chair, close your eyes, and if you want to put both feet on the floor and put your hands on your lap, and inhale through your nose, and hold it. And exhale through your mouth. Hold it out. That's our breathing pattern. So we're slowing our breath down. We're holding it on the inhale. We're exhaling. We're holding it on the exhale. And then we'll just continue working to slow our breath down at your own pace. Inhale. And hold it. And exhale. And yesterday, I think we talked about heart and brain coherence. So if you want to put your hands on your heart and start to feel your feelings. What are you feeling? Do you feel peace? Do you feel stress? If we can say what it is, we can start to understand it, and then we can decide if we want to stay that way or change. So inhale. That's right. That's right, Pumpkin. And exhale. And inhale. And when our heart and our brain are coherent, it increases our energy field that surrounds us. It's called a torus field. It comes up through our spine, all the way at the top of our head and around our body, like an apple shape. And our heart is magnetic, and our brain is electric. So it's pretty wild. Our bodies are so incredible. Inhale. And hold it. And exhale. Good. Keep breathing slowly and deeply. Okay, so let's check out this book. I hope you're all having a great day or evening, wherever you are. Let's see. What page should we turn to? Let's see. This is page 86. I'm not sure about this. Okay, we'll give it a go. So Dennis Waitley, NASA's Explorer of Human Potential. She says here, you have to hand it to Dennis Waitley. He's gotten some great press. And this is from USA Today. Dennis Waitley's motivation is more than money. His mission is to tell people they have more control over their destiny than they believe. Okay. Waitley, and then this is another one from Fortune. Waitley is a quieter, softer side than other merchants of inspiration. Oh yeah, you like that book? He preaches the importance and basic virtues in business: integrity, self-esteem, and responsibility. Okay, I can get behind this stuff. He's a Vince Lombardi power and a Bob Newhart personality, says the Washington Post. I don't know who this guy is, Dennis Waitley. Okay, so then she goes on. What on earth? And there was a lot other accolades in here about him. What on earth has Dennis Waitley done to deserve that kind of praise? A graduate of the U.S. Naval Academy at Annapolis and a former Navy pilot, he holds a PhD in human behavioral psychology and is a sort of super counselor. As noted by U.S. News and World Report, his clients have included countless corporations bearing household names like AT&T, Pacific Bell, IBM, Kodak, Sony, Federal Express, Bank of America, Philip Morris, Merrill Lynch, Microsoft, Ford, General Motors, Chrysler, and Standard Oil. As president of the International Society for Advanced Education, and inspired by Dr. Jonas Salk, He counseled returning POWs from Vietnam and conducted simulation and stress management seminars for Apollo astronauts. He says he receives 10 speaking requests a day and has sold over 10 million audio programs in 14 languages. He's the author of 15 nonfiction books, including several bestsellers such as The Seeds of Greatness, Being the Best, Winner's Edge, Joy of Working, and Empires of the Mind. Okay. I'm not sure. All right. Well, that was interesting. Anyway, so these are his, let's see what he says. These are his 3 rules for turning stress into success. I can get behind that. All right, so yeah, a lot of times we have a situation and it's stressful, right? And we can choose if we want to just, and I used to do this immediately, like just quickly react, or we can take a moment, take a breath, and then assess the situation a little bit, calm our nervous system, and respond. And by the way, I want to say thank you to our moderator, Imran Hossain. He keeps our chat positive and upbeat and respectful. So thanks, Imran. Good to see you. Okay, so this is Dennis Waitley's 3 rules for turning stress into success. Accept the unchangeable. That's number 1. Everything that has happened in your life to this minute is unchangeable. That's right. It's the history. That makes sense. You know, we can't change our history. The greatest waste of energy is in looking back at missed opportunities, lamenting past events, grudgingly collecting, getting even, harboring ill will, and any vengeful thinking. That is so true. That is so true. Hey, Fodorduk. Yeah, success is the only acceptable form of revenge. I love that. So yeah, instead of saying, oh, I wish I could get back at that person, or why did that person do that to me? That's a victim mentality. And that's something, you know, I didn't even, or a martyr mentality, like, oh, woe is me, I'm sacrificing so much and nobody cares. That's not helpful. But success is the only acceptable form of revenge. By forgiving your trespassers, you become free to concentrate on going forward with your life and succeeding in spite of your detractors. You will live a rewarding and fulfilling life. Your enemies, on the other hand, will forever wonder how you went on to become so successful without them and in the shadow of their doubts. So he gives us an action idea. Write down on a sheet of paper things that happened in the past that bother you. Now crumple the paper into a ball and throw it at the person teaching this program at the front of the room. Yeah, you can throw it at the screen, I don't care. This symbolizes letting go of past misfortunes. If you don't want to throw it at your computer, you can also throw it right in the garbage, because that's where it belongs. I like that. So write down stuff that bothers you from the past, crumple it, physically write it on a piece of paper, and crumple it and throw it in the garbage. I like that. Oh, Art, you got another fan, Imran. Art understands how hard you work, and we really appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, victimhood is now social currency. That's so true, right, Pumpkin? You're not a victim. All right, the second thing to change rules from turning stress into success. This is 2 out of 3. Change the changeable. So accept the past, accept the unchangeable, let it go, right? And then change the changeable. What you can change is your reaction to what others say and do. And you can control your own thoughts and actions by dwelling on desired results instead of the penalties of failure. The only real control you have in life is that of your immediate thought and action. Since most of what we do is a reflex, subconscious habit, yeah, I know, I can't believe it either. It's wise not to act on emotional impulse. Or in personal relations, it is better to wait a moment, that's what I just said, until reason has the opportunity to compete with your emotions. That's why I say take a breath if you're stressed out. And then he gives us an action idea. Write down in your diary one thing you will do tomorrow to help you relax more during and after your stressful day. I challenge this. I say do it now. Write it on a little piece of paper. Say, what am I going to do to deal with that? And thanks for the hearts. Yeah. So that was number 2. So change what you can change. Take action, even if it's something small. Even if it's just writing a to-do list, if you need to. I know I did a video against to-do lists, but I've gone back to to-do lists because I find them useful. Do I have mine here? No, I don't have it right here, but I have a little one going right now. I like to write it on a small little piece of paper, and that way I can check things off. It's very satisfying. But whatever you can do, take a small action towards your goal. or towards something that would reduce your stress, okay? Even that might be deciding not to do something that's stressing you out. You know, you may not have to do all the stuff that you think you have to, right? And the third thing is avoid the unacceptable. Okay, this is kind of what I was hinting at. Go out of your way to get out of the way of potentially dangerous behaviors and environments. When people tailgate you on the freeway, change lanes. If they follow you at night, drive to a well-lighted public place. I plan to go to a police department if somebody's tailgating me. So you know, so that usually they turn off before I get there. But when there are loud, obnoxious people next to you at a restaurant or club, change tables or locations. Also, be cautious of personal relationships developed via the internet. With the massive number of individuals surfing the net, the number of predators increases in like proportion. Always be on alert for potentially dangerous situations involving your health, personal safety, financial speculation, and emotional relationships. So that's pretty good advice. Action idea. What is one unacceptable behavior that you have or allow others to do to you that you will avoid starting tomorrow? For example, the way you drive, being around negative people, walking down dark streets alone at night, etc. So mine is going to be having cookies in the house. Because if they're in the house, it's only a matter of time before I get to them. So that's my plan. But yeah, this book is interesting. I didn't think I would like this guy. That was 3 tips from Dennis Waitley from turning stress into success. So I'll hang on to this book. I'm reading you excerpts from all the books I have and deciding whether or not I'm going to keep them. So let's see what you guys are saying in the comments. There are 2 worlds, one where people gain their identity from the external world, and those who have learned true identity comes from the inside. Wow, Art, that was a mic drop. That was a beautiful sentiment, and I agree. That was said so succinctly and beautifully. Thank you. Yeah. And let's see, Dustin, I like to clean my house to reduce my stress. Oh, that is so true. I just finished finally. I've been back almost a week now, and I finally finished unpacking my little, you know, I have like a little bag that has all the papers and the receipts and my little sunglasses and all that. I finally just unpacked that this morning, and it's been bothering me all week. You know, I've been looking at it, and it's bothering me. And you're right, Dustin. That's a great way to reduce stress. Straighten up your area, you know, and you can, a clean space helps you have a clear mind. That's a great idea. Love it. Yeah. And then also, you know, next level, we're going to be mopping later, and then having like, you know, no dust and no dirt in the house is next levels it, you know, right? So I agree. That's awesome. So I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. We will see. Oh, tomorrow night we're going to have Stephanie Wheeler. So she is an internal family systems therapist. I met her last week in Costa Rica. I think her office is somewhere, I think in Washington State or Minnesota or something. Anyway, she's going to come on the live tomorrow. She's going to tell us how she has been a internal family systems therapist for about 9 years. And recently she kind of had a spiritual awakening. So we started talking like on the last night. It was like 10 o'clock or midnight, and we were like, we'll pick this up online. So I don't even know what she's going to tell me, but it'll be interesting to hear her story, because you know, sometimes you do something for a while and it's rewarding. Like I did the job with the seniors for 18 years. And then I said, you know what, I want to go back to school, and I changed directions, and that can be hard to do when you're like middle-aged. So I like to hear people's stories, and she said she's going on a more spiritual path. So I want to hear about that. So join us tomorrow night. That is Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And I hope you have a great day. Oh, and Vicky, great to see you. Pumpkin, Vicky's on. She says hi. Yeah, hello to you and your babies. Your baby, one cat. But yeah. All right, everybody. Well, I'll see you tomorrow night, 8 p.m. And thanks for tuning in. And from myself to yourself, thanks for joining me on this journey. And thank you, everybody. And thanks for all the hearts. I'll see you guys tomorrow night at 8 with Stephanie. Okay, bye. Say goodbye, Pumpkin. Okay, bye. Good job.